Business news now, and it appears sales of drones here are cruising along even after the government said more stringent measures against errant users are on the way. All drones must be registered and harsher penalties await those who operate in no-fly zones. And they come after two recent drone incursions at Changi Airport. But retailers say it's still too early to tell what the impact of the proposed measures will be. Teo with more.
How much paperwork will there be? What's the cost? These are questions customers have asked about drone registration, but it hasn't stopped them from buying. For instance, those who purchase larger drones with commercial capabilities, such as for photography or surveying, tend to be more aware of restrictions surrounding drones.
There are photographers, professional photographers, videographers, and then they are also slightly more mature. They are not really like using it for toys usage. So they are a bit prepared when they first come to the shop. They thought that they needed a license to start with. So now that they know that, you don't need a license at the moment, but going ahead you might need some kind of registration, they're fine.
At this shop, 70% of its stock is drones. It sells 3 or 4 a day and says most people buy them as toys for themselves or their children, or just to explore how they work.
Maybe they haven't yet realized that the drone they're buying, which they perceive as a toy, could be harmful in any sort of way. Many of the drones over here are actually even less than 100 grams, for example, so they would be in the low-risk category. So perhaps in the minds of people, how could toys be a danger?
Drones come in many different types and sizes. While this drone can be used for photography, this is almost certainly a toy drone. One question that's come up is whether even a drone as tiny as this has to be registered as well. Another factor is how far drones can fly. GPS-operated ones can go up to 7 kilometers and be out of visual range from its pilot. That puts them at greater risk of flying into restricted areas. But drones with no GPS capabilities have limited range, since they have to be flown by sight.
There's also a community flying those racing drones as a sport. And it's picking up recent years for the young people also getting into this hobby. And those drones, if you need to register, then you will also, I think, affect this community also.
The Transport Ministry aims to implement drone registration by the end of this year.